Here we go. This is the first test with the digital camera on the phone carrier. You know, it's working quite well. It is secured there, which is great. Now let's try the push. That worked out quite well. That's good. It is kind of sunny. Let's turn it around. There's a clear image. Now, I know you're probably used to the quality of the smartphone. I know. But when you're outside in the sun, the digital camera is the one that shows the screen, even in the sunlight. And that's why I'm going to start using it for outdoor videos. Got to get my practice on the digital camera again for when I go on my road trip next week. So, that's a good test. I'll try it outside and talk to you later. Bye-bye. Can't believe it worked. Can't believe it worked. It worked. Thank goodness. Alright, play it back. Okay. Hello everyone, this is Sean. I'm out in the parking lot that has the smooth pavement, and I'm about to test the Constructs phone carrier with the smooth pavement in the parking lot and everything. So I'll be back and we'll see how this goes. Now we're recording. So the vehicle's on the phone carrier, as you can see. I'm going to tow it with a rope and we'll see how this goes. One circuit around the parking lot. Gonna flip the camera around and take it from the back. Be right back. Oh, I'll be right back. Alright, so here we are, and I'm going to tow it from the back side around the other side of the parking lot. Won't see the string this time because it's pointing the other way. That's the great thing about the phone carrier. Next week, through the Appalachian Mountains and everything. Of course, we'll see if this camera picks up any sound or not. Okay, so that's the end of the video for now. Oh, let's see, it slipped again. the elastic band. So I'm just going to adjust things a bit. There we go. And I'll stop the video for now, go upstairs, put on my rollerblades, and then we'll go out for a tour of the neighborhood that way. I'll bring the camera because I can actually see the screen in the full sunlight. So talk to you in a few minutes. Bye-bye. Okay, hello everyone, this is Sean, and I got my rollerblades out as promised, and am starting the journey on the parking lot. And we'll go to the city streets and see how this turns out. This is a test of the rollerblades for Friday when I take them on the paved trail at Pembroke's Riverside Park. Right after I go to the bank and get my money exchanged into American, of course. So we'll see how we do on the rougher pavement. That's where I always get... so far so good. Got the shoes and the water in the backpack. It's going alright. We'll see how the smooth sidewalk goes. So I'll be back with that. Well, I was going to try the sidewalk, but its surface is even rougher than the side of the road, so... But that's a good idea, anyway. If the road is smoother... Oh yeah, there we go. It's a better choice anyway, because you have a lot more ability to travel. Of course, I'm not that great with rollerblading, especially downhill. So, I don't go downhill. I only stay on level ground. So I will, I can see Thomas Street up here. I will turn down there in a moment, and I'll be back. This is the northern edge of Thomas Street. Much smoother pavement, just like in my parking lot. Of course, I should have expected that, because it actually is a newer subdivision. So here we are in the Beatty Crescent area. You can see you can make a lot of progress rollerblading along. It'll be much faster than walking, and the best part is, even on a day when there isn't much wind, it builds up wind resistance, which helps cool me off. Yes, when I came through here in March, shortly after I moved here, some of these houses, especially on the farther end, were not even fully built. I mean, they just had a dirt lot. But I find this the great way to get exercise. Cardiovascular, muscular, etc. And you get to make much faster progress going somewhere. And your arms get involved as well, so. Now, I may, given this success, it is entirely possible that I may bring my rollerblades along next week, in case I find a paved trail anywhere in America and I have time to explore. The Constructs phone carrier won't be making the trip. It's good for skate park ramps and slides, but even on the smoothest pavement, it doesn't get a great angle, and you still hear a lot of pavement noise. But I'll be back in a minute or two. So here we are, Thomas Street, smooth pavement again, heading towards the highway. So it's a good test of getting the footage. Oh, someone's approaching us from behind, that's why I stay far to the right. So I'll pick this up when I go in the other direction. Alright, so here we are going in the other direction. It's pretty good that the camera holds the image pretty steady even when I'm rollerblading. And you can see we're making better progress than walking, so I'll have to remember this. I don't know how much opportunity I'll get to rollerblade on any city trails in America, but I'll look for parks. If I find them, I find a paved trail in them, So I'll bring them along. Because I realize when I go to see my parents in the second week in August, sorry, that I will be able to go on the Couchiching Park Trail with my rollerblades, just like I did back in 2005 when I first started using rollerblades. In fact, these are the ones I'm wearing are the pair that I bought in 2007. Now, the reason they're still in great shape after 15 years is because I'm lucky if I use them once a year, or even every year. And you see how you go downhill, and you get there. That's quite good. So I'm almost at the other street, Thomas Street, and I'll see you on the other side of the intersection. Yeah. Hi. Yeah, especially when you're young. I stay on level ground. I can't understand the people who go down hills on these. No way.
Some of them have some kind of brake on the back or something.
Yeah, mine does, but I don't. I stay on level ground only,
Yeah.
and I try for the smoothest pavement, because otherwise the vibration in my feet, my ankles don't like it.
Yeah, it's very nice on that kind of stuff, yeah.
And the sidewalk is rougher than the road. Weird.
Oh, here?
Yeah.
Possible, yeah.
I mean, why would they have something filled with pebbles when they could have something smooth like that?
Yeah. I used to roller ski.
Mm-hmm.
And cracks were always a problem.
Yes.
So let's wait and find out.
Well, I'm going back to Riverside Park in Pembroke in a couple days.
Yep.
And there's a nice, kilometers long paved trail. I'm bringing these. And I'm going to be filming as I go. Not filming right now. All right. See you later. Bye-bye. Well, I guess I was filming all that time, but that's the good part about Movie Maker, which used to be called Windows Movie Maker. You can edit all that out. Just keep the good footage. And because the other videos and pictures on this digital camera are from 2019 and 2018, actually. The last time I used it, Ozable Chasm visit, July of 2019. So that's a good thing for me to clear all that footage off of this 8 GB memory card that this digital camera has, and just keep the good stuff, the most recent stuff. So I'll be back in a few minutes. Here we are, the other end of Thomas Street near the park. Hello. And we'll see how we go. Slight downhill here. But you're certainly making much more progress than I would if I was walking. And you get much more wind resistance also. Now, you see over there, you see that downhill past Fermi Crescent there. This is where I stop. I turn left, because me and downhill, oh, you don't want to see that. You really don't. I could get legitimately injured. Or run into a car or something. So I'm turning left. And I'm going this way. And again, you approach the Chadwick Drive area. Again, I'll be going left, even if it's up a hill, because trying to go downhill on these, oh, I would never risk that. Some people can do it, but that, you see that there? No way. I would end up going so fast, I'd wipe out. No way. I go this way instead, up the hill. So, I'll pause the video for a bit and I'll be back. Okay, here we are. Further along Fermi Crescent. Trying to remember where the road goes. I mean, I drove here yesterday, I think, when I came back from the park, but it's hard to remember. I think beyond that far light pole near the white boat, I think I can turn right or left. We'll find out in a couple minutes. I was right. It does go around to the left. Approaching Double Dip Road. Now, the weird thing about Double Dip Road, and I'll show you in a minute, it actually doesn't go all the way through. it has an interruption. And I'm even going to show you. So we'll go down to the park sign here, see? See there? And you get, beyond that it's just a dirt road. It actually goes through the woods. I took it once before, but I'm not going to do it again. And there's a trail through the woods there. Anyway, this is the way I go back. I'll come out by way of Grouse Park, so I'll see you there in a couple minutes. And we're approaching Grouse Park, the place where I do the spray painting for the model kits, and in the first, or was it the third video, for the Constructs phone carrier. Well, second. I took it on the slide. And we'll pass by those in a minute. Don't mind the barking dog. Just like my teenage dog, Chewy. Probably doesn't like anything with wheels on it. Chewy always barked whenever there was a bicycle. Even when I was riding. Even though he knew me for, well, he lived for 10 years. Oh, you can see the park there. I wonder if I can zoom in while I'm filming. No, guess not. I was hoping I could, but it's not like as intuitive as a smartphone apparently. But that's okay. That's okay. You get a clearer image if it's not zoomed in anyway. Almost tripped over the crack. That's why sometimes I prefer walking, even though it's slower. It's always sometimes safer too. And there are the soccer field of Grouse Park itself. I've gone on all those trails in the winter. What they actually do is they ice the trails down, at least the ones near the field, and turn it into a skating trail. It actually goes all the way through the soccer field. And now we round the corner and we'll be home soon. So I'm going to stop the video here and play it back and see how it goes. Talk to you all later. Good test this was for Friday. You know what? This road is actually smoother than any of the other roads. So I'm actually going to go for a bit longer. Just because. Now, Frontenac Crescent, or Court, it might be smoother as well. Oh, no. No, it's rougher. At least I think. Let's make sure. That's not too bad, but it is a bit rougher. Maybe I'll come back that way. And you can see the what was once an old school. I believe they said it was once the middle school, and it's now going to become apartments. At least they kept most of the trees. So I'll get back to you in a few minutes. Okay, so we're almost at the intersection. So you can see from here. That's where I'm going to turn around and head back. I don't know if the main road is any smoother. Guess we'll find out, and it took us a lot less time than if I'd walked. So if my feet and ankles can stand it. Besides, it moves more of my body, gives me more exercise. I think I'll try it for a bit. At least until I get to a downhill. Don't want to go to any downhill. Not on these. A slight uphill, yes, so it's hard to get there. Here we go, this road's smoother. Alright, here we go. Turning the corner. I'm sure there are others who do vlogging on rollerblades. I'm hardly the only one. But I'm sure making a lot more progress than I otherwise would. And you get to see the neighborhood from a slightly different perspective. We're already approaching the park bench and the road. The road that leads to that park, you know, the one that's surrounded on all sides by houses. The ones you saw in my intro video. Rutherford Avenue, of course. So we'll turn on it. See how this goes. Here's the park bench. Landmark, say hello. Here we go. I'm going to pause for a bit. Cars and people. It is a bit rougher surface than the main road, but Faraday Court, that's where the park is. So I will go around it in a loop and come back. Okay, so I'm nearing the end of Faraday Court now, coming back to Rutherford. You go far enough along Rutherford, it leads to the water tower. And if you remember, when I went along the trail, came out the park's other end, we came out there, and we went in there and got very close to the highway. Of course, parallel to the highway. So I'm going to turn right onto Rutherford here, and I'll be back. You know, I'm really enjoying this. It's so nice to explore the neighborhood at a faster pace and be able to vlog at the same time, because Deep River is a great village to live in. See you in a few minutes. I'm back. Oh, sorry about the shaky cam. Get my feet here. So I'm going to turn along Thompson Crescent here, and we'll see what happens, because you can see how the road ends up there. Here we go. Ooh, a little smoother, look. There's a good idea. Hi, squirrel. Hi, squirrel. There, I didn't scare him too bad. Look, PMQ type housing. This is the size I want. It's all I need. I had it at Cold Lake. It was perfect. It has 2 bedrooms. It has a full basement. A lot of them have little garages. This is what I'm looking for. Great starting out home. And look, there's a duplex. Just like I had at Cold Lake. Of course, I was on the left side. And look, that lilac bush, that's a lilac bush. It's right where mine was. It's amazing. But this is probably before they built the military housing on the base, because it's the same style. This is probably one of the neighborhoods where people lived. Wartime homes, my mom called them. Of course, she grew up just after World War II, in the 50s, but she told me all about it. Anyway, I'll come back in a few minutes. Don't want this to exceed the memory capacity of the phone before I get back home. I mean the camera. Alright, so I reached the corner. Thompson Crescent. Ah, Crescent, okay. You don't know what road I'm on. So I'm going to go left. Looks a bit more shady that way. Shady as far as trees are concerned. Here we go. Of course, if I'm just reversing course and going where I've already been, I will know that in a minute, because I think I see the sign for Faraday Crescent approaching. Oh yeah, I do. There's the trail. The trail that goes into the park. So I came out here. So I will go back this way, and I'll be where I haven't been yet. As long as you're heading away from the highway. Okay, this way. Here we go. I didn't bring my phone on this trip. This rollerblading trip from my house. So here's hoping I don't get lost. Ah, well, we'll find out in a few minutes. I will come back when I know exactly where I am. This is why I explore the neighborhoods. See you in a few minutes. Don't recognize that name offhand, but we'll see how I go if I go straight ahead. You know what's amazing? I've had this watch 15 years. Second band, second battery. But same internal mechanism. I've had these rollerblades for 15 years. Since July of '07. And let's see what we're approaching now. Ah, the other part of Faraday Crescent. Okay. So I hadn't traveled this stretch. I am going back where I came from. Well, that's good. So I'll see you in a few minutes when we get back to Ridge Road. Alright, so we're approaching the intersection. Rutherford Road, Ridge Road. There's the park bench. It serves as a landmark. I am going to go across and try out the paved trail there. See how it works. I'm going to stop, let the car go by. There we go. Now we'll see if the paved trail is smoother or rougher than the road was. About the same. There's the park bench. Say hello. Okay, we're approaching the park now. I'm not going to go down Laurier Avenue because that will take me downhill, and that's the last thing you want to do on these. He's going to have to wait till all the traffic goes by, and I'm going to have to wait till he's out of the way. Alright. Be back when that's done. Alright, here we are. Back at the park. Seeing it from a different angle. The trail angle. Yes. So, I'm going to go along for a bit, and I'll be back. Oh, by the way, the reason I have to keep stopping the video, and it's going to be made up of many different slices, there's no pause function for digital cameras. For my smartphone on the video, yes there is, but for the digital camera, no. We were at Dalton before. Yes, we were. I'd come out at it. Dalton Street. Oh, I see, I see. So you can go along Dalton Street. You can go up a bit. Get to Wolf Avenue. Oh, I see, okay. So you see how it all connects here. Well, this will definitely be part of the Sean's Neighborhood playlist, this video. There we go. Okay. Well, I'm going to go back where I came from, and once I get to Ridge Road and Avon Road, I'll be back. Alright, I'm almost there. I don't know if you realize by now, in fact, I just realized at this moment, my channel, Sean's Travels, it's not going to be a daily vlogging channel because I don't travel every day. I mean, I'll probably travel every day this week because it's my summer leave and it's the days I have to explore the neighborhood while I am at home. And of course, I'll be filming pretty well every day next week when I go to... Wait a minute. Sorry about that. I realize I can go along Frontenac Crescent as well. Just for a little bit. Just a little loop. And then come back to Avon Road because it's smooth. Anyway, as I was saying, I can film every day next week because I'll be on my road trip. And that's where you'll see the first dashboard video. I did a dashboard video test. I have not been able to find the video. But that's okay because I have it all figured out now. And once I cross south of Syracuse, New York on Interstate 81, that's where the hills of Pennsylvania start. So even in the middle of the second day of my journey, I'm going to be able to find good footage and good videos for every day of the trip. And of course, when I get to Aurelia, I'll do the whole waterfront trail paved rollerblading trail area. So I'll see you in a few minutes when I get closer to home. Here we go. Oh, good dogs, good dogs. Yes, 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 nice. Okay, okay, down you go. Down you go. There, an encounter with a friendly dog. That's good. You don't want a barking dog, but I figure if I'm ever around strange dogs, it's best to get that video just in case something happens. Hello. Hello. And now that I'm vlogging a bit for my travel channel, that's good. But I try not to film people. I mean, you might get some footage of the crowds at PowerCon, but I'll be generally focusing on the layouts and the toy collections and looking for Pixel Dan's book. I'll ask first. I will ask first if he wants me to film the encounter or not. If he doesn't, that's good, that's fine. Ah, they have a new paved trail. Look at that. So I'm going to take that to the highway. I'll be right back. Paved trail. Here we are. There. See, now, if it'll be this smooth on the park, I hope, because this is perfect. In fact, it's smooth enough. If you listen carefully, you can hear the wheels squeaking a bit. But you see, if all the sidewalk trails were this smooth, then it'd be perfect. And you know what? Whenever I get back to the west again, I look forward to taking us on the trail. I mean, silly me. When I went to Santa Monica last time, February of 15, and of course, I drove, so you would have had the room. I never thought to bring my rollerblades along so I could rollerblade along the oceanfront walk, Santa Monica Pier walk, etc. But here we are at Highway 17. So now I go back. So I'll see you in a few minutes when I get back to the main road near my apartment. I'm back. Just about to approach the intersection, but thought I'd get it from this side. And if it's been half an hour, I'm lucky. Maybe a little longer. Taking footage of the most interesting parts. And this is good. You're seeing the neighborhood around my home, at least the level grade neighborhood, much better than you'd see it on foot, or it'd be too slow. Thank you. Crossing. Thank you. And back on the paved trail. Here we are. Now I know, I'm sure, over the course of the last decade, except for big YouTubers with fancy equipment, it's probably rare for anyone to be filming on a digital camera instead of a smartphone. And we're going to see how well my voice carries. I know the cell phone picks it up right just fine, especially when I'm right behind the screen, but we'll see how this goes. Anyway, I'm going to stop the video for now and pick it up once I enter my parking lot again. Be back. Oh, and here's some arm's length footage of me. I don't know how well you can see everything, especially with the sun behind me, but I will try filming again when I'm back in the apartment. We'll see how it goes, and that'll be the closeout for this video. Of course, if I'd thought to bring the tripod along, then I could stand it up, maybe on the hood of my car or something, and then you could get me stationary. See, thankfully, thanks to the tripod, I don't need another person to be the cameraman, so that's great. You know, I live alone, don't know many people here, so it's good. Do things myself. But I will make sure to set the tripod up on my car hood anytime I do intro video for the Appalachian Mountains journey. And what I'm going to do the night before I cross is make sure that everything, and I mean everything, is backed up on my One Touch, so I have all the footage I need for the Appalachian Mountains. I expect that's going to be the bulk of the footage I take for this trip. Oops, see, almost tripped. This trip almost happened right now. So I'll be back. Alright, here we are. Back at my apartment complex. And just go along the smooth trail here, give my feet a break. I don't know how much of a break my left foot will get, even though the rollerblade isn't bound as tightly onto the left foot as it is on the right. Somehow, it still makes my foot ache. So now I know why I don't use the rollerblades that often. And go around the parking lot. And then come around back towards my car. And the video will be done. I'll cut through here. Here we go. So I don't tear myself on the pole. Yeah. There we go, approaching my car. Yeah.
switch the video around. Alright, so that'll be the end of this video. Well, this installment of Sean's Neighborhood. And get used to seeing the car behind me, because next week that's going to be a familiar sight in most of my videos when I introduce them and when I close them out. Okay, so I'll say bye for now and enjoy the journey. Let's see if I can successfully go in between. Oh, so far. Okay, around the truck, around the pole. Slalom, here we go, and again, that's enough of that.